best pitcher you ever faced? The guy that you're going to be happy that you're going into retirement, you don't have to face again.
So the guy currently that I don't like facing.
Well, it could be all time that you just.
Okay, well, I'll give you two. Currently, it's Justin Verlander. My numbers off him are just disgusting. But I did hit one big home run off him. I had a game winner on opening day in 2011. And so I'm like, 2 for 40 with one game-winning home run. So I'll take that with me.
Who else?
Mariano Rivera, who was my teammate for 5 years or 6 years with the Yankees. There's not a pitcher that I've ever faced that I was more uncomfortable against, because I knew that if he made a pitch even close to where he wanted to make it, I wasn't going to get a hit. If as a lefty, when he threw the ball, that cutter inside to me, to keep it fair, I had to break my bat. And that's not a good feeling. And he did that to so many guys. I was honored to play with him, but playing against him was not fun at all.
Who's the pitcher that you're going to miss facing?
Well, you can't say that.
No, you're retiring.
I have to call out somebody.
Yeah, but you're retiring. It doesn't matter.
Man. I'll say this. I think he just recently retired as Bruce Chen. My numbers off Bruce Chen, you could probably look them up, but they're like, I think I'm 8 for 12 with 6 home runs or something crazy.
Paulie, do you have the numbers on Mark with Bruce Chen?
Mark Teixiera, career versus Bruce Chen, 22 at-bats, 11 hits, 7 home runs.
Yeah, it was. And I think in that stretch, it was 6 out of 9 at-bats was a homer or something crazy. And he actually came up to me. Bruce is the nicest guy. He came up to me and he said, "Hey, man, am I tipping my pitches?"
As if you're going to tell him?
I had to tell him. I said, "No, you're not tipping your pitches. I just get lucky off you." What else am I going to say? But he was one of those guys that there are just certain pitchers that you face throughout your career that you're excited to face because you see the ball really well. And the opposite's true. There's guys that, you know what, you could tell me what's coming every single pitch. I'm not going to square it up because my timing's off and I can't see the ball well off you.
Yeah, and Rivera could have said to you, "Hey, Mark, I'm going to throw it here. This is what I'm throwing," and it probably wouldn't have mattered.
100%. There are things that you see in this game. I've gotten to play with some great players. I've gotten to see some dominant individual performances, some dominant pitching performances. But watching Mariano Rivera at first base, and really watching, because I didn't have to field many balls,
yes.
for those years was I think the most impressive thing that I've ever been a part of in baseball. And I don't think that he gets enough credit. I think people just took him for granted. I think in New York he gets a lot of credit, but around baseball, when people talk about the greatest pitchers of all time, starters, relievers, I don't care who you are, Mariano Rivera needs to be in that conversation.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.